Hey YouTube fam, what's up? It's Patrick. I hope you're having an amazing day. Welcome to class. For today's session, as usual, all you need is yourself and your practice space. Before we begin, if you could like the video, I'd greatly appreciate it. And of course, if you haven't already, become part of the vibe and subscribe to the channel. When you are ready to begin, close your eyes, take a moment, find a seat, allow yourself to settle in. Let the breath move you into the moment. Let it be the beginning of that process. You found this space, you found this time. And during our journey today, we'll create a continuous and engaging flow. Lean into what you find here. Find spaces to challenge yourself. Find spaces to build trust within yourself. Find spaces to bring joy to the journey. When you're ready, blink the eyes open. Come on to hands and knees. Circle the shoulders over the wrists a few times. Lean forwards and backwards, wave around. Find some pushing into the hands. Again, weave and wave through the spine a little bit. If you want to take traditional cat-cows, of course, feel free. Personally, I always like to have an organic feeling in the beginning of class. So that's where I tend to go, but notice that you have the opportunity, obviously, to own your practice and to find the space that's speaking to you today. As you finish there, tuck the toes, lift your hips all the way up and back. Find downward facing dog. As you get into downward facing dog, bend the knees a little bit. Push your hips up and away, long and strong through the arms. Good elevation through the back line of the body. Nice big breath. Helping you create a container, helping you own the space. Inhale, roll your body forwards into plank pose. As you get there, root down into the hands, feel the push. Tuck your tailbone slightly so you can lift through your lower belly. Reach your collarbones out and then drive through the hands a little bit more, helping you find your structure, helping you find your energy. Push your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Lengthen the spine. Drive your front hips towards the tops of your femurs. Inhale, roll forwards to plank pose again. And then from there, lower your knees down to the floor. Tuck the toes, lift the knees slightly off the ground so you're in this position where the shoulders are stacked on top of the wrists and the knees are relatively under the hips. Then inhale, pull the heart forward open, and exhale, round in. Inhale, pull the heart forward and open, and exhale, round in. Inhale, pull the heart forward and open. Exhale, round in. Inhale, pull the heart forward and open. Exhale, round in. Inhale, pull the heart forward and open. Exhale, round in. Inhale, pull the heart forward and open. Exhale, round in. Inhale, return to center. Drop your knees to the floor. Sit back to the heels. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky, get long and tall. Exhale, pull your elbows down towards the hips. A few more times just like this. Inhale, reach up, get long. Exhale, pull elbows down to hips. Think about the biceps or triceps coming to the ears as you reach the arms up. And then exhale, pull your elbows down. Feel shoulders move on to back body. And you're just kind of playing this range, this movement, and this breath. Release. Bring your hands back to the floor. Untuck the toes, tap the feet a few times if you need to. Push into the palms, then swing your left leg out to the left side. As you get there, drop your right forearm down to the ground. Push into your left fingertips. Lean right. Lift your left foot off the ground. Point the toes here, try to get long. Find length in the spine. And then pulse the left foot, lifting here for just 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. On one, hold the most elevated position. And then return to center. Set yourself up. Square everything off. Swing your right leg out to the right side. As you do that, try to flick your tailbone back in space. Drop your left forearm to the floor. You can hop onto the right fingertips if you choose. And then elevate your right foot off the ground. Feel the reach through the inner line of the leg. Find the lift and then pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your top position there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1. Excellent job. Square everything off. Bring your hands to the floor. Step on back. Downward facing dog. Feel a new bit of strength and stability across the hips. Pushing into the hands. Inhale, lift your right leg up to the sky. On your exhale, step your right foot to the outside of the right hand. Follow that up by stepping the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Sit your hips low, active squat, reach your hands forward. Exhale, straighten legs, hands to heart. Inhale, reach hands to sky. Exhale, sit, hips back down. Inhale, hands to floor, elbows bent. Left foot steps to back of mat, followed by right. Lower through your push-up and find upward facing dog. Use the breath to guide you as you build a steady bit of heat in your body. Inhale, your left leg lifts. On your exhale, left foot to outside of left hand. Follow it up by stepping the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Sit your hips low, reach your hands forward, active squat. Exhale, straighten legs, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up, get tall. Exhale, sit your hips down. Inhale, hands to floor, elbows bent. Right foot steps to back of mat, followed by left. Move through your push-up and find upward facing dog. On the inhale, let the exhale take you back into downward facing dog. Big lift through the hips, nice grip through the fingers. Look forward, lift heels, bend knees. Step or float feet to the outsides of your hands, moving forward gracefully. Active squat, you rise. Exhale, straighten legs, hands to heart. Inhale, reach your hands up, get tall. Exhale, sit your hips down. Inhale, hands to floor, elbows bent. Step or float back to chaturanga this time. Let the movement be light. Find your way to upward facing dog, pulling the body forward, creating an opening. And exhale, wave back, downward facing dog. Strong arms, strong legs. Last round here, lift heels, bend knees. Step or spring feet to the outsides of your hands. Inhale, active squat. You rise up. Exhale, straighten legs, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up, get long and tall. Exhale, sit your hips down. Inhale, hands to floor, elbows bent. Exhale. Vinyasa, you flow right through. You're in the energy that is uniquely yours. As you make it back into downward facing dog, walk your hands all the way back to the feet. As you get there, bend the knees, and then catch the big toes with index and middle finger, or slide the hands underneath the feet, pressing your toes into your wrist creases. Wherever you go from here, dig your big toes down in towards the wrists, and then pull. Feel the elbows splaying wide. Feel the head dropping down. Find a calm, steady breath here. Find a lightness in this space and a presence in your energy. Exhale, release. Inhale to halfway lift. Create the longest spine you can muster. Push your hips back towards the space behind you. Feel your hamstrings engaging to support the leverage of your upper body, leaning out. Feel your toes coming to life here, inner arches of your feet coming to life. And then fold down, hands to floor, palms are flat, weight is in the hand, rise up onto the tips of the toes, and really try to get above the toenails here. Again, if this feels super comfortable, you can float the feet off the ground. Of course, it's not comfortable no matter what, but maybe something that's available. Either way, you're here for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. On one set, your feet down. Roll your body up to stand. Push the hips forward. Reach the arms up towards the sky. Get long and tall. Breathe across the chest and the collarbones. Press the hips forward. Find length through your front body. And exhale, fold all the way down. Walk your hands forwards. Downward facing dog. Push into palms. Inhale, your right leg lifts. Exhale, right foot journeys up to your right thumb. Find high lunge. Inhale, you rise up. On this first one, let's lower the left knee down to tap the earth. Feel the push off the left big toe and lift your left knee back up. So you're finding a lot more strength in your left leg, containing your core. Lean out, half moon pose. Shifting your body forward. Let your right hand reach down, lift up through the inside of your left leg. Play into your stability, also your instability here. Bend your right knee, roll your left hip down. Softly land your left foot at the back of the mat. Inhale, rise, high lunge, get as long as you possibly can. Exhale, hands to floor. Your vinyasa or journey back into downward facing dog. As you make it back, no pause, inhale, your left leg lifts. And on your exhale, left foot up to your left thumb. High lunge. When I get into my high lunge, I like to interlace the fingers a bit. Helps me reach up a touch more. Might for you. Again, not a requirement, just an option. Lower your right knee down to touch the earth. Let it find a home. And then lift it back up, really finding your right big toe. So now you're fully connected from left foot to right foot. There's a different element of consciousness in your expression here. Lean out, half moon. Lift up through the inner line of the right foot. Reach your left hand down towards the floor as you get long through the right arm. Breathe into your right side body as it rolls open. Lift through the inner arch of your left foot. Be in your stable space. And then bend your left knee, step the right foot all the way to the back of the mat. High lunge, you find a home. Reach up through your fingers. Exhale, hands to floor. Vinyasa, your journey back into downward facing dog. Inhale, your right leg stretches to the sky. Exhale, right foot up to your right thumb. Inhale, rise, high lunge. Lower your left knee down to touch the floor. Lift your left knee back up. Use your inhale to pull your body forward to half moon pose. Allow your arms to reach up and create an expansiveness this round. On your next exhale, begin to pull your left knee into your chest as much as you can. Feel the squeeze, feel the balance on your right leg, and then reach your left foot back in space. Bend your right knee as you roll the left hip down. Step the left foot to the back of the mat. You find high lunge. Wonderful balance. Reach up through your fingers there. On your exhale, hands to floor. Your vinyasa or journey back into downward facing dog. Inhale, your left leg lifts. On your exhale, left foot to your left thumb. High lunge, rise into it. Lower your right knee down to the floor lightly. Lift your right knee back up. Lean out, half moon. Use the breath to take you there. Inhale into your left side body. It will help you open space. It will help you leverage your body out. From here, pull your right knee in towards your chest as much as you can. If it gets wobbly here, bend your left knee, right? So I'm surfing that edge. You are too. We're in this together. Reach your right foot back in space. Trust your stability. Roll your right hip down as you bend the left knee. Step the right foot to the back of the mat. High lunge. Wonderful job. Exhale, hands to the floor. Your vinyasa, journey back into downward facing dog. As you make it back into downward facing dog, keep the energy going. Your right leg lifts. Exhale, right foot all the way up to your right thumb. Inhale, rise, high lunge. Lower your left knee down to touch the earth. Find your left big toe as you lift the left knee up. Use your breath to lean the body out, half moon pose. Right hand reaches down, left arm reaches up. Pull your left knee into your chest, and then rise to stand, bringing the left leg with you. Reach your left foot forward. Try to lift the toes a little bit higher. I know it's tough. Your leg's on fire, so is mine. Squeeze your left knee to the chest. Let it bend. Roll your left hip open as you journey back to half moon. Let your right hand reach down. Let your left arm reach up. Bend your right knee as you roll the left hip down. Step the left toes to the back of the mat. High lunge, you lift up. Exhale, hands to floor. Step on back to your vinyasa. Always the journey back to downward facing dog without the vinyasa is welcome again. You're owning your practice. You're finding the energies and the rhythms to it. Inhale, your left leg lifts. On your exhale, left foot up to your left thumb. Rise into high lunge. You elevate yourself into the space. Get as tall as you can, then lower your right knee down to the floor. Let it find the earth. Lift through the right knee. Get long and tall. Lean out, half moon pose. Use the breath to take you there. Play into your balance. Pull your right knee into the chest. Let it rise to stand with you. Lifting up. As you get vertical, straighten your right leg out in front of you. Feel the foot lifting higher, 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 even if it's not. And then pull your right knee into the chest. Let it bend. Peel your hips open. Reach your right foot towards the back of the mat. Let your left hand reach down. Peel your chest open to the left side of the room. Again, your balance can always be challenging. Step your right foot to the back of the mat. My left foot one certainly is today. It's just part of the game. Find your high lunge. Exhale. Hands to the floor. Step back to your vinyasa. As you make it back into downward facing dog. This is the last round of the flow. All the pieces are the same. Notice where you can clue in, where you can tie in just a bit more. The right leg lifts. The right foot makes its way up to the right thumb. You rise to high lunge, elevating. Lower your left knee down to the floor. Lift your left knee up. Lean out, half moon pose. Use the inhale to take you there. Pull your left knee up into your chest. Rise to stand. Lifting and getting tall. Reach your left foot out in front of you. Pull your left knee into the chest. Take your left ankle over your right knee. Sit your hips low. Half chair pose. Try to leverage your heart forward over the left shin. Lift up through the inner arch. Be in your breath here. Inhale, rise up. Left knee lifts. Peel your hip open. Swinging back to half moon pose. Embrace the wobble. Learn to trust yourself here. Be in your own balance. Step back to lunge. Lift up. Get long and tall. Reach through your fingers. On the exhale, hands to the floor. Your vinyasa. Steady, calm, connected, available breath every step of the way. The only rush you're in is your own. Inhale, your left leg lifts. On your exhale, left foot up to your left thumb. Rise into high lunge. Lift up, get taller. Lower your right knee down. Let it gracefully tap the earth. Lift your right knee up. Inhale, lean your body out, half moon pose. Open. Feel the reach in the arms. Pull your right knee into your chest. Rise to stand. Get tall. Reach your right foot forward. Feel the lift of the right foot. Feel the planting down of your left heel. Pull your right knee into the chest. Take your right ankle over your left knee. As the left knee bends, sit your hips back in space. Lean the heart forward. Feel the stretch through the outer line of the right leg. But more importantly, you're just playing balance and having fun with the space you're exploring. Inhale, rise up. Your transition back to half moon. Embrace the wobble, of course. Feel the reach. Feel the lean. Be in your balance. Step back to lunge. And notice, maybe that was your first graceful one. It definitely was for me. Exhale, hands to the floor. And sometimes that happens. But when you find it, it feels a little bit better after those wobbles. Of course, your vinyasa journey back into downward facing dog. And that's why this is a practice. That constant opportunity for discovery, for awareness, for exploration, physical connection, mental connection. Inhale as you make it back to dog. Exhale, drop your forearms to the floor, dolphin pose. From your dolphin pose, always feel free to organize as it feels good to you. Pushing down into the hands, trusting your breath, feeling the lift into the hips, driving through the palms. Release. Lower your knees to the floor. Untuck the toes. Sit back to the heels. Get as long and as tall as you can here. Notice the length from tip of tailbone to top of skull. Take a moment to just be calm in your breathing. No matter how challenging the dolphin pose work was, now you're in a steady space. Now you're in an upright position. Now you're in a space that's relatively normal. So when we have these moments of normalcy, let that bring you back to balance. One more round of dolphin pose here. If you do have a traditional headstand, a forearm balance, as part of your practice, by all means, take it there now. If that's not something you want to do, care to do ever, doesn't matter, because you're in your practice and that's what's perfect for you. Hold the dolphin pose. And let it go. Sit back to the heels. Again, find your long spine. Bring your fingertips behind your toes. Hold here for a few moments. Find your front body length. And then drive your shins down into the floor. Bridge your hips up. Open through the front body. Engage the core, maybe tuck the tailbone underneath a little bit. Find the push. Be in the elevated space. And release. Rise up onto the shins. Ustrasana, camel pose. Any way you want to take it here. Hands on ribcage is good. Your back is strong, so you don't need to bring the hands to the low back unless, of course, you really prefer that. You can reach back towards the heels if you would like. Find something that helps you move through the front body. Helps you lift. Helps you open. And release. Sit back to the heels. Hope in this moment you feel a little bit taller. That's something that always shows up for me in camel pose after. I'm like, oh wow, a little bit more lift through the spine, a little bit more elevation. When you're ready, downward facing dog to take you into pigeon pose. Right leg forward. Please know you can move on to your back here if you prefer. Take your pigeon pose there. Always a welcome place to be. These will be the last poses of our practice today. Nothing more or less complicated. Allow yourself the chance for some ease in this space. Know that you can always adjust and readjust here until you kind of find that home base for the position. Just a few more breaths. Take your time with it. Wherever you are here, bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. Your journey to your second side. So that could be just a simple switching of the feet. You could bring some drama to it if you choose. Just notice the places you're interested in exploring today. Take your time as you set up the second side. Lean into the sensation. Allow yourself to be in your breath. Find a simplicity in the steadiness of this moment. Even if the pose is hard for you, there's a simplicity to it. You can support it as much as you need to. Hold it as much as you need to. Wherever you are here, your journey to downward facing dog or to lying flat on your back. And if your journey was to downward facing dog, we do make the journey to our back here. So make your movement forward. However that shows up for you. And as you find your way onto the back, bring the right knee into the chest, an easy twist across body. Right leg goes left. Let your breath expand into your right side body. Anchor down into your right shoulder. Slowly twist back to center. Switch your side. Slowly twist back to center. Happy baby or a soft plow pose last. Shape of the practice today. Find a nice symmetrical closing energy. And when your resting place, when Savasana is speaking to you, go there now, or go there then. Wherever you're closing this journey, let your breath nourish you. Let it hold you. Let it remind you of the present moment. Let it give you the present moment. So often it can be easy to overthink, to overanalyze, to get caught up in the ups and downs of your day, of a feeling, of a sensation. All these things are human. Embrace them. But when you find this moment where the skies are clear, when you find this moment where you don't have to be anything, where you don't need to be anything, where you can just be as you are, honor it, own it, embrace it, find joy within it, linger in it for as long as you can. And when it passes, let it pass and continue onwards with your journey. As always, it truly is such a pleasure to share space with you here on the channel. Thank you so much for being part of the vibe. If you enjoyed the session, let me know how it went for you in the comments below. And I look forward to practicing with you again very soon. Have an amazing rest of your day. Peace.